Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second. This defense for the Cardinals, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run for it with Davis, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Murray. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Davis. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Complete at the 1. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with his first career touchdown. Well, the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain. Play fake, Murray.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 41. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Murray going to throw. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
To throw, it's Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken at about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Here's a give to Davis. Room past the 20. Fighting through, and he's got space. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have him pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Flush to his right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Cardinals. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
The 1st down carry for Davis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Dancing to his left. From the left side, it's complete. And all the way down to the 9. It's a big play there for Atlanta. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run forward with Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mike Davis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing now is Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Again, he finds Moore. And he's got this down to the 35. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone? Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Murray to air it out again. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And his throw here is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Powers by at the 40, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now Murray off play action. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Flushed out right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for Atlanta. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Davis. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mike Davis with 2 touchdowns in this game. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. on play action, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Murray now running right on the option. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Murray now. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
Again, it's Davis. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? He'll look to throw. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. On 1st down, Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Swift. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Zaven Collins. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's going to let it fly. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cards are on their way to a 2-0 start. Gano for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Isaiah Simmons into dropping behind the line for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second and 1. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle